the season opener for the RPI ACHA hockey team. They take on the Warriors of Eastern Connecticut State University. And Teo, thanks for jumping on with us this evening.
Hey, thanks, Perry.
RPI gets it deep right off the bat. Tanner Richardson trying to chase it down. The defenseman turned forward last year. As now Louis Olivieri picks a pocket, throws it out in front, they score! It's Richardson from Olivieri in an early 1-0 lead for RPI.
Yeah, Perry, that's a great play. That's a great battle down low. Louis Olivieri goes in, throws a pretty good hip check on his man, wins the puck battle, gets back to his office behind the net, and puts it out there in front for Tanner to finish up.
32 seconds in, RPI on the board. Didn't even get a chance to tell you about the goaltenders here this evening, but it's Ranger Beglin for RPI, and for the Warriors, Alex Bleisner, who was very good for this Warriors team last season. Shot to the corner by Samuel Watkins for Eastern Connecticut. It'll be worked over to the wall, chopped at, and then eventually swept into the zone by RPI and Jordan Smith, although quickly back out to center. Jack Ryan, one of the newcomers here for RPI, had a crack at it, and it's carried on by Christian Keeter. Keeter one-hands into the RPI zone. On his backhand, fires it wide of goal. Be gloved by Beglin anyway. He'll hold on for a whistle. Just underway here at the Fieldhouse, but if you're late to joining us, RPI with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Perry, that's an unbelievably quick start. Obviously exactly how they drew it up. A lot of excitement with 3 weeks of just practice coming into the first game of the new season.
So RPI with the lead, and they break out of their own zone quickly off the defensive zone faceoff win. Flipped into the corner. It'll be chased down by a new number 24, Michael Miller. Adam Hennick wore that number out here for RPI. Chipped back into the corner by Sam Rappaport, former varsity skater for the Engineers. But it's the Warriors back the other way, chipping off the wall. Edward Bates for the Warriors. Around behind it goes. At the half wall, they dig away. For RPI, that's Thomas Allen over there. Back around behind they go. Trying to one-hand it out to center. That was Rappaport. And Eastern Connecticut will dump it right back in. They'll change all five. Outlet pass to center. Rappaport dumps it in. He'll go off on a change. Well, it wasn't a very good dump in, as it swept back the other way quickly, but a good defensive change there for RPI, as Averdis will pick it up there. Grad student and former Stony Brook club hockey skater. Played around by Egner. Battle along the wall. It's Bernasian for RPI, one of the freshmen. Good solid freshman class here for the Engineers. Shot right on. Looked like Beglin saw it all the way. He'll cover up. And for RPI, Teo, really a plethora of goaltending options this year with McBain coming back down from the varsity squad.
Yeah, Perry, that's exactly right. Ranger getting the start tonight. The whisperings around that Austin Egri will go tomorrow. And Ranger celebrating his 22nd birthday today.
Fantastic. It'll be RPI to center. Bernasian, shot to the corner by Zach Schaller, freshman defenseman for RPI. This RPI team with its most successful year yet last season, making it all the way to nationals where they won a game. 1 out of 3 in the round robin portion of the tournament. As the Warriors are back into the RPI zone on the backdoor backhand try, and a save is made by Beglin on the attempt there. And that was a long shot that goes wide. That was Sean Kennedy who had an opportunity on that back door, but Beglin got across. Warriors still on the attack, although Zaverdis will beat his man to the puck. Watkins can't clear it out along the near side. They'll try the far side. Slap shot coming. Beglin save. Rebound pops loose. And luckily for Beglin, he's able to cover. That ball, the puck just popped off the end of his stick, and still getting accustomed to hockey season. Popped off his stick. He's able to cover it in the end. Yeah,
that's a much needed cover there of the hockey ball. Ranger made a good play jumping out. Few good saves, but a lot of pressure from the Warriors right now.
Eastern Connecticut State with an offensive zone draw. Olivieri for RPI. One back. Another shot and a save by Beglin. He'll cover. And another shot on goal from Eastern Connecticut State. I out shooting the Engineers here, but RPI has the only goal, I think, on their only shot.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's a hot start, but got to come out for the next shift and the next shift after, so it's going to be an important few minutes here.
16:26 to go first period. RPI and ECSU. Here's Richardson, the goal scorer. He'll wing it in. Wraps around to the corner. Leibowitz will try to clear and does to center ice. Big hit down there. Here's Keeter. Far side, some room. Tight angle shot saved by Beglin. Up against that post. He held it well. This time he does not allow a rebound and gets a whistle. But some early opportunities here. More chances for Beglin, maybe more than he'd like at this point.
Yeah, a couple opportunities going wide, but nothing too troublesome so far for Ranger.
Beglin 11-4-3. Excuse me, 11-4-0 last year with a 2.37 goals against and a 9.23 save percentage. Really unheard of here at the ACHA ranks. A lot of high goals against and low save percentage numbers historically. Really an offensive league, if you will. But he was solid, as was Austin Egri last year. So give a lot of credit to the RPI goaltending for getting this team, helping get this team to nationals. Here's RPI up ice. That's DeVault, one of the top scorers for RPI last year. Second on the team with 49 points to Olivieri, as it'll be fed back down. And icing is the call. 15:19 to go first period. RPI with an early goal. Just 32 seconds in. Tanner Richardson with his first of the season after picking up 12 goals last year.
Yeah, Perry. So obviously that unit, Tanner jumped up to join them, but because Adam, who you mentioned, had taken off. But yeah, Louie and Kyle have been skating together. I think this is probably their fourth season doing that. So
right.
some good chemistry there. And obviously Tanner and Louie, roommates, friends since they've been here. So that should be a good unit.
Zaverdis, one of the other grad students. I think DeVault listed as a grad student here. I think is this his fifth year?
That's accurate.
So those two are the two. I only say that because I took their class photo a week ago, and they were the only two standing at the end there. So the two grad students there. They shot down the ice. Zaverdis is going to track this one down. He told me he still has a couple more years of eligibility. I think from maybe not playing at Stony Brook. There's a hooking call, an easy one. And RPI will go on the power play. Not where you want to take a penalty if you're Eastern Connecticut State, especially down 1-0 early, but they'll go on the kill about 5 minutes into the first period. Yeah,
that's right, Perry. 175 feet from your net, usually not where you want to be stopping your feet and hooking guys, but good chance for the Engineers' second unit, it looks like, to get out and work on that power play that I'm sure they've been practicing all week.
So we'll have the power play chance coming up here. I'm going to look at it there on the instant replay. Great job with the folks here at RPI TV. And the star wipe to boot. Here's a face-off win for RPI here on the man advantage. Hennick, excuse me. If that's going to happen again, I guarantee it. Michael Miller down low. Shot around and all the way out. I swear that wasn't on purpose.
Perry, he's a big, tall righty. I totally understand it.
Yeah, I wish they would have given it to a lefty. Maybe it was a little bit not the same exact size as Hennick.
Maybe a short guy, something. This is out of control.
Yeah, I apologize to Miller, but it's going to happen again. Engineers on the man advantage here for another minute 29, and no puck out to center. Gathered in and shot on goal, and then throwing a hit. Good shift, shorthanded there for Christian Keeter of Eastern Connecticut State, and now we get a whistle and a defensive zone face-off here for RPI, still on the power play.
Yeah, Perry, first little squirrely moment of the game there for Beglin. Handled the puck. Would have been a good opportunity to get moving up ice, especially with one forward committing and making that hit.
Thought we'd have a low-scoring game coming in as you look at the numbers for these two goalies. I mean, I mentioned Beglin's, but Gleisner on the other end, 17-7 last year, 2.66 goals against and 9.24 save percentage. So we have two rock-solid goalies here going, and you get the early goal, and you think, wait a minute, but we may settle into one. We'll see. Puck flipped to the far side by the Engineers. That's Daniel Millen. And now carried to center by DeVault. Kyle DeVault on the move. Into the corner now. Stops, works it back to the point. Bibby. That's Mike Bibby, a sophomore now. Right back on his tape, and he does keep it in. Chipped along the wall for DeVault. He's there with Olivieri. A lot of career points along the boards. Now Richardson. Back up the wall. 28 seconds to go on the power play. Shot coming from Bibby, save. Rebound loose in front. DeVault on the backhand, and a kick save made by Bleisner. Kept in the zone by Olivieri before he takes a hit. Eastern Connecticut State trying to clear. Penalty about to expire. 10 seconds left on it. Olivieri free. Slap shot coming that goes wide. Rebound, and Olivieri couldn't get his stick on it. It was tipped away by Bleisner. Back up top it goes. Rister saved by Bleisner, and he holds on. And there's some pushing and shoving after the whistle. We may get a penalty out of this. We'll see. Maybe not.
Yeah, looks like someone's going
to go. 12:41 to go. Penalty expires. RPI doing a pretty good job towards the end of the power play. Weren't able to convert. I think they're going to go on the kill now.
Yeah, for sure. That last 30 seconds really promising. Some puck work on the boards. Lou trying to get loose on that back post. Eventually, they got a good opportunity, but a really good play from Bleisner. That awareness, that bouncy end wall here. There's a lot of room behind these nets, but these end walls at the field house are bouncy, and that puck jumped out, and he swiped at it and just took it away from Lou.
So we'll head to the other end for a power play. First chance of the game for Eastern Connecticut State as they work it to the half wall. Spinning over there is Baldessari. And now here's Keeter. He's had a good start to this game. I believe a freshman working it in front and doing the splits was Beglin. Shot never came, and now upended, trying to skate up ice there. Looking for a potential penalty. Didn't get it. That was Rappaport. As making a move is now a new number 11. We're getting used to him too. That's Mitch Bourgeray for RPI. A couple of longtime engineers have to get used to not saying their names. One of them being Sam Mannion.
Yeah, that's right, Perry. Manning was a lefty, though, so
that's
we won't
true.
mix them up.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't. There's a shot in from Keeter that goes wide. He jumps on the puck behind the goal. Nice job to get back to his feet. Keeter back to the point now. On his backhand is Watson. One-timer coming. That hit a skate in front. Hit his own man, in fact, and it's to be cleared out of the zone. That was Bourgeray on the kill. Now spinning around in his own zone is Watson. He had a little bit of pressure there. Good pressure shorthanded from Bernasian. And now he works the turnover. Shot by Bibby deflects into the netting. And we'll have a face-off coming in the Eastern Connecticut zone. 41 seconds on the Tanner Richardson penalty. I'm not sure if they're doing it on purpose, but they're putting both penalties on the same side of the board. It helps me so I can see it around this Jerry Knightley banner.
That's right. That banner is really not positioned well for us, but
yeah.
We got the monitor here. We're all set up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Take a look to my right, I guess. Another 37 seconds to go on the power play. It'll be flipped in by RPI shorthanded all the way down. Of course, no icing there. Battle for the puck. RPI bench wanted a trip as Bernasian was upended, but no such call. 9 minutes into the first period, a clearing effort. They'll get it to center. It'll be tracked down in the defensive zone by Millen. Good connection to center. Connor Wiley. 15 points last year for Wiley in 27 games for the Warriors as they have to reset once more. 2-1. Penalties over. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play as the Engineers will maintain their 1-goal lead. Off Richardson's stick. Played along further. Baldessari into the RPI zone. Turned right back around by Rooney, captain of these Engineers. Now kicked back into the RPI end. 2 Warriors are offside. They need to touch up, and that'll allow Rooney to carry up ice. Rooney looking to go coast to coast. He'll go around the goal. Centering pass out in front. Richardson didn't get much on the shot. Right back to Rooney in the slot. Rister save. Rebound to Richardson again. He can't corral. Now out to center comes Eastern Connecticut. He lobbed in on goal. Beglin steers it away. Rooney now on his backhand. Chipped up the wall and to center ice. Olivieri trying to jump on a loose puck. Couldn't quite corral it, although it's into the Warriors' end. Picked up there and shot near side by Leibowitz. And now back into the RPI, just across the blue line, picked up by Olivieri. He'll slam it in from center, wide of goal, patted away anyway by Bleisner. DeVault, he's double team, lost the puck. Leibowitz run into over there in the corner by Watkins. And it'll be shot to the near side. Open corner. Who wants it? DeVault. Trying to backhand it out in front. Hit his skate. And now in the corner trying to shake loose. That's Bernasian. Carried back out by ECSU. Kicking a wide angle into the zone, and he forced his teammates offside. That was William Gaspar.
Yeah, Barry, just a little bit of a hold up there at the blue. But better pressure from the Engineers that time. Looks like they got the fourth line out here. Watkins obviously comes out and throws a big hit, so making their presence known out here.
Shot behind the goal. Ooh, awkward collision there. But we play on. It is worked up the boards by Alex Kim. And now carried on further. Nice move. Bernasian, a wrister, blocker save. Rebound pops all the way out towards the blue line. Kept in nicely by Kim. Shot on goal goes wide. Picked up and stick handled through the zone. Fed far side. Good connection. Here they come. Drop pass for Keeter. He's been very active for this Warriors team here. Keep mentioning his name. Here's a wrister on goal. Look, a little bit of deflection there. Sean Kennedy trying to steer it past Beglin. Can't do so. Pops out of play. We get a stoppage.
That's the second time, Perry, we've seen some good jobs by the Engineer defenders jumping up, joining the play in the offensive zone. A couple of good opportunities. First one for Brett Rooney and then Alex Kim that time. So look for that to keep happening and keep the pucks coming on net.
Loose puck in the middle of the RPI zone. Comes right back. A shot saved by Beglin from a good scoring angle. And a dangerous chance there. Warriors have had the better of the opportunities really since that opening goal for RPI. To the near wall now. De Pasquale. Rappaport had it for a moment. Fed back the other way, tipped into the RPI zone. First one to it will be Scott Swan. 18 points in 18 games last year for Eastern Connecticut State. Now dumped in front. There's a little bit of a shove to the back there from Kim, but he got away with it. And now here comes Rappaport. Centering pass on a backhand. And that doesn't compute, and now it's back out to center. Dumped back in by the Warriors. 7.5 to go in the first period. 1-0 RPI with the lead. Lots of hockey going on this weekend here in the Capital Region and in Columbus where the RPI women are underway. There's a shot off the crossbar, and they say no. Cleared to the near side. That was awful close to the middle bar in the back of the net, but referee on the spot said no goal as we play on. 7:03 to go in the period. Warriors still on the attack. Good read to poke it free by Bibby. He'll carry it back, in fact, kick it to himself and work it behind. Here's Rooney up the wall. Good connection there to Rappaport. He'll slam it in off a body. RPI will try to get a change. De Pasquale. Far side dump in from Bates. And now picked up by Zaverdis off the base of the net. It'll carry him all the way to the near point where it's kept in by Gugliotti. And now a giveaway behind the cage by Schaller. And a hand pass waved off on the touch. Slap shot coming, saved by Beglin. Rebound, they score. A big rebound. And it popped right to Andrew Fetter. And he buried it to tie the game at 1.
Yeah, Perry, you could almost feel that one coming for a few minutes. Ranger got beat earlier on, right over his shoulder, and that shot hit the crossbar. We might get the benefit of the replay on that one later, but just a shot from the point, and the Warriors doing a nice job getting a lot of traffic in front, and just one too many guys for the Engineers to all cover, and that's an easy rebound.
1-1 game. It'll be interesting to see the shots after a period here.
Yeah, so Ranger there just gets caught out a little bit. He's not the quickest, but he's always out and square, so got the better of him that time.
Driving the net, centering pass, fanning on it. Now another try. It was partially blocked into the netting on the try by Samuel Watson. He's the top returning scorer, Watson is, for Eastern Connecticut State 13 goals, 24 assists for 37 points in 26 games. And he's been pretty quiet here so far today. But obviously you don't want to leave him open where he was. It was a good job to get a stick in the way.
Yeah, good opportunity, but good sticks that time by the Engineer defense.
Defensive zone face-off win. Or excuse me, it's won by Keeter. Loose puck, poked to center ice. Here is DeVault. Into the zone 2-on-2 with Richardson. Shot almost handcuffed Bleister. He's able to hold on, no rebound. And we'll get a face-off in the ECSU zone.
Yeah, Perry, that's a good shot, but Bleisner is the goofy catch. He's got that trapper on his right hand, so he was able to scoop that one up. I'd just like to see Kyle drive that one in a little deeper into the zone.
Absolutely. Kind of pulled up there and took that shot. Here's a puck work to the near side for Keeter. He'll clear to center. All the way down it goes. Kevin Morton will go into it with his matching number 2 on the other side, Daniel Egner. Wrapping around to the half boards, pitching in is the defenseman. Actually, Paquette is a forward there. Loose in front of the RPI goal. Good connection as RPI is out to center. Zeman into the zone. He'll take a wrist shot that hits his skate. Behind the goal now, it's Bernasian. Whacked away from him, then using the back of the net, and it's a giveaway. As it's stolen away by Watkins. Trying to help out there was Rappaport, who lost the puck.
It's a good shift from that group right there, Perry.
And finally moved to center, but right. Good job to just cycle the puck a bit there. Here's Rooney for RPI. Senior captain, Seaford, New York. Nice move. A shot hit a stick, or his man wide open on the back door. That was Keeter again. Would have had an easy tap in, but well defended the last moment by the Engineers. Now Keeter in the slot takes a shot, saved by Beglin. He had a man open as well. It was a little 2-on-1. It was Kennedy in the far circle there, but he elected to shoot the puck, and Beglin made the save.
Yeah, Perry, the Warriors are swarming, I would say, right now. A lot of bodies, a lot of finding those little pockets of space, and they're doing a good job getting those opportunities. But nice job from Rangers so far.
Eastern Connecticut went 17-7-2 last year. They had a winning record on the road as well, 7-5-1 away from home. RPI 29-2, 11-4-2 here at the Houston Fieldhouse. Is moving into the zone, shot right on, and a save made on the try by Miller. And Michael Miller, one of the number one of these freshmen. He's from Clarence, New York, former Rochester Monarch in the U.S. PHL.
Yep, the Western New York boy.
Teo can relate there.
Now, where I'm from is called Central New York.
Okay, well, I'm from Minnesota, so everything's Western New York to me if it's not if it's not around these parts.
It's Eastern New York.
Yeah, right. Tapped around to the far side. Good to pursuit there from Bergeret. And we regathered, however, by the Warriors. Long stretch pass through everybody. Comes right to the skate of Schaller rather. But back in come the Warriors. A little drop pass there. McCarthy back to the point, joining the play just off the bench. That was Luzon, and one of the Luzon brothers. His shot was blocked, and now chipped towards center. Man was breaking. Would have had a chance. Now Beglin thought he didn't have it. He looked behind him after gloving the puck, and it scared everyone around him. But luckily for him, it was right in the trapper.
That definitely made me jump. But no, that's more good opportunities from the Warriors. A couple of chances on the break, and that one could have maybe broken if there were a higher flip. But really, it looks like the Warriors are putting it together better right now.
Puck tapped back to the point. Fed down low by Samuel Watson. Watson's getting all those 37 points from the blue line. Makes it even more impressive. Although they are missing Kier Nemec, who's had 57 points for this team last year. I believe to graduation. Here's Bates. Drop pass, slot, shot, save Beglin. Rebound gloved at in the goal. It looked like it came off a glove, but I'm not sure. I believe that's the discussion.
See whose stick that came off of. They may go chat, but maybe not.
I don't know.
Either way, Perry,
Yeah.
I mean, you can argue, you can say that.
Luzon, the defenseman, is claiming it. Cameron Luzon, who had just 2 goals last season in 26 games for the Warriors. He was the one who went through the handshake line first. We get the benefit of another replay. I'm not sure. The stick, yep.
Yeah, he did. He came in and batted it right out of the air. So nothing.
Good play by him. Right, no,
cool.
It just, from our angle, looked like a glove, but good stick work there from Luzon. Now Richardson, RPI down 2-1 now. He's upended on his way into the zone. And we are going to get a penalty here. Warriors don't want to touch the puck. They're eventually going to have to, and they do. 2:20 left in the second. Engineers now down a goal after leading 1-0. ECSU has climbed its way back into the lead. There's no look at the penalty.
Yeah, definitely you can see.
Takedown there.
Yeah, you can see where he had his stick wrapped around him. Tanner driving hard after the puck. That's a good hustle play. Face-off
coming here. Power play should last just about the rest of the period, barring RPI goals. A shot and a stick save made by Bleisner. Engineers 0 for 1 on the power play. Bibby. DeVault, centering pass. Shot coming, that went wide. Might have deflected off the stick of Rooney. DeVault once more. Down low, Olivieri. Good quick passing up top to Rooney. Olivieri fires towards goal. Rebound! Fanned on Olivieri, went down. Looked like he had a clear opportunity in an open net. Maybe he got his stick lifted. Maybe just impeded just enough not to get that shot off.
A couple of good chances there. Brett got himself tangled up a little bit, but good opportunity and good setup there.
Puck shot in, mishandled by Bleisner. It doesn't matter. He gets some help there. As it's shot down the ice by the goal scorer, Luzon, and he'll go off on a change.
Yeah, Engineers will get a new unit here. This is a big opportunity with about 80 seconds left in the period.
Here's Bibby all the way in. The defenseman shoots it off the wall, gets it back to himself. He'll eventually hand it off there to a man standing at the wall. Here's Bibby. Across for Rooney. Shot across, deflects behind the goal. Chopped at there. Borgeret. Fed far side, kicked at by Bibby. A minute to go in the period. 38 seconds on the power play. Rappaport centering, fed in front, and shot out of the zone. It was a good find by Rappaport, but that probably needed to be a quick one-timer there.
Yeah, some good looks. That was a good scoring opportunity there in a good area, but a nice compact diamond from the Warriors, and they're standing up here.
Here's Rappaport stick handling in the corner. He gets bumped. Fed back to the blue line. Schuller a shot, looking for the redirection. And it's cleared on the backhand. That should do it for the power play. Still another 20 seconds to go in the period after the penalty expires. And there he goes. RPI 0 for 2 on the power play. They fire it down. They wave off the icing very early on. Not quite sure why. And now Baldessari will fire it down on goal. And Beglin will cover with William Gaspar flying in from the right. 5.1 seconds remain in the first. 2-1. Eastern Connecticut State leading RPI.
Yeah, that's some good power play opportunities as the period's wrapping up. So a little more heartening stuff. Pretty quiet middle, I would say 16 minutes of the period.
Absolutely. As the shot comes in, hit a skate on its way. Hits Averdis, and it deflects to the corner. Not enough time for another shot, and that'll do it for the first. Engineers get an early jump. They get an early goal, but it was all ECSU after that for the most part. Engineers did have a couple chances, a couple power plays to try and add a second goal. Weren't able to do so. But after 20 minutes here at the Fieldhouse, Teo, it's 2-1 Eastern Connecticut State, and probably rightfully so.
I would definitely say rightfully so. Beglin doing a nice job. But just too many opportunities and too many loose guys in these little areas of space in the offensive zone for the Warriors. Like you said, though, some good stuff from the Engineers, a couple good power plays, and it looks like they got that working, which is good to see early in the year. That's heartening. It looks like they definitely have 2 units that can work it. So hopefully they can keep some of that momentum from those last 2 minutes into the second period.
We'll take a break here at the Houston Fieldhouse and up for RPI TV and be back with the second period. It's 2-1 Eastern Connecticut State after 1. It's right to Schaller. Stick handling through center is Borgeret into the the ECSU zone. Back to the point for Rooney. Fed towards goal, tipped wide by Richardson. Around to the far side, Olivieri with a crack at it. And it's gloved by that right trapper hand of Bleisner.
Yeah, Perry, just quickly about that unit there. Rappaport, obviously a sophomore, but new to the team, and 2 freshmen. There's Borgerie between Miller and Rappaport. Miller, we mentioned earlier, the Clarence, New York native, and Borgerie, I believe, is a Minnesotan.
All right. No, hockey teams can always use more Minnesotans. That's my humble opinion. Here's Richardson. Off the wall for Olivieri. Scooped on further. Here's Richardson again. Back to the point for Rooney. Towards goal, off the glass. Olivieri now. Fed in front. Penalty is over. Engineers 0 for 3 on the man advantage. As it'll be whacked around behind. And carried on further. 2-on-2 in the zone. It's Gaspar. And a return pass off the mark, picked up there by Rooney. And now slapped up ice. To the ECSU line, fed back right onto the tape of Bibby. Right back down come the Warriors. Shot off the base of the net. Rooney trying to one-hand it around behind, takes a hit and goes down. And now a shot coming, deflects off a stick into the far corner. To the near side now. And now move to center ice. On the carry. Here come the Engineers into the zone. Wrister from Jordan Smith. That's held onto. And we get a whistle. Bleisner, good job just to secure that one.
Yeah, pretty easy one there. The power play comes to an end without very much fanfare. I'd like to see that younger unit that I was talking about earlier get a little creative out there. The first unit of Oliveri, DeVault, and Richardson kind of maybe falling into that tried and true power play, and it didn't really pan out. It looks like ECSU might have the scout.
Puck work down ice. They wave off the icing as it's swept along there to the far side by Allen. And now Allen will try the near side. Alex Kim waiting for it. Shot and a save by Beglin. That one tipped to the corner. Nice hit by Kim. As it's now behind the goal. One-timer from a tight angle. Karams to the near side. And now a shot went wide again. Kicked at. Gathered in for a moment there by Jack Ryan. He lost it, and then big time hit thrown over there by Allen. But still on the attack are the Warriors. RPI throwing its body around, but can't quite seem to find the puck here. Now a centering pass right on in front, goes through the low slot area. Finally gathered up by Kim, and he'll get it out of the zone at the very least. 6 minutes into the second. Still 2-1 Eastern Connecticut State. And the first one to the puck is going to be Watson on the far side, trickling out in front. And Beglin does the right smart thing, gets a whistle here.
Yeah, it's a good save for Beglin, but that's just a couple too many times, even just in this period, that the Engineers have lost track of that man. So, you know, the 2 D-men mostly covering their 2 guys down low. That third man keeps getting lost in that slot area, and the Warriors have had a lot of chances.
Puck shot out towards center, kicked at. He was trying to move it up ice there. That was Zeman. Will be played behind the Eastern Connecticut State goal. To the near side now back to the middle of the ice, and they'll break out 3-on-3 across the red line before dumping it in. And now trickling down, they'll wave off the ice. He didn't have the legs for it. Gugliotti to center, trying to catch the Engineers on a change. We'll fire it on goal. Now the Warriors want to change. Tipped all the way down. This will be icing on RPI. Want to wave it off. These officials want to get out of here tonight. Played up the boards. A hit thrown. I'm not sure it made contact. Rappaport. RPI will dump it back in. Luzon to center. McCarthy fed across. That's picked off. RPI trying to break back the other way. Rappaport hands it off. Back to the point. Nobody home. Rooney a little bit off the wall there. 12:26 to play in the second. A little discombobulated here, Teo. Both these teams really in the second period.
Yeah, a little bit. Unfortunately, just not the most crisp period so far, so not too much for us to describe to you.
That's the best way to put it. Rooney behind his own goal now. Still some time, though, to salvage this second. In a one-goal game, really, neither team really has a grasp of this thing. Looking for a slash, not going to get that call. Played up the far side boards. Now a chance 1-on-2 as a couple of teammates change behind the man breaking into the zone. Now we're going to get a whistle here, I believe, covered by Beglin. 11:49 on the clock here. Teo, what are we seeing here?
We're getting to halfway through this game, and this is not the best tone they're setting so far. Obviously, you mentioned the refs wanting to get out of here. I'm sure the Engineers will want to get out of here too. They have an early bus tomorrow to go play the same team tomorrow night, so I think it's important for them to make the most of this one in the second half of it and get out of here with some more positive things than we've seen in the first half of the game.
Bouncing puck at center. Richardson scoops it back into the zone, at least forcing the Warriors back to their own end. And now a loose puck picked up by DeVault. He'll throw it towards goal. Hit a skate. Pops in the air. Goes behind the cane. Gaspar. He's tied up. Kicked at. Picked away by Olivieri. Walking it in. Dishes it off. Jam try by DeVault. And he gets shoved and gets pushed into the crossbar. That comes off, but no goal, of course, as the two veteran forwards and top scorers for this RPI team nearly connected there for a game-tying goal.
Yeah, that's right. Those two pretty much know where to find each other on the ice. So good battle down low. Obviously trying to get some chances, get this big, tall goalie moving side to side and get around him, kind of like they did for the first goal.
Face-off coming here to the right of Bleisner. As the face-off is won by the Warriors. They'll try the near side. Nobody over there. The forward almost vacated the zone. Trying to break out. Now a chance for a 2-on-2. Keeter being watched there. Good defensive play by Allen to just kind of shadow him into the corner. And now Richardson back the other way. Absorbs a hit. Gets it into the zone where it's turned right back around by ECSU. Long stretch pass to the far blue line. Connects. Keeter trying to make a move. He lost it there as Kim broke it up. And now Allen. Richardson high in the air to center. Coming up, approaching, I should say, the midway point of the second period. No goals here in the frame. Good hit by Olivieri to separate his man from the puck. This is carried on further by Smith around to the near wall. Keeter lobs it to center. Not sure if he intended to, but he found a teammate on the move. It's the older Luzon, Craig Luzon, as it'll be gathered there by Zaverdis. Zaverdis waiting, fed along for DeVault, and now DeVault to center. He'll slam it in off the right pad of Bleisner. Chipped off the glass now. Loose puck. Engineers trying to keep it in and do. Along that far wall, it was Ryan, but it's back out to center in the end. Good connection. Here's Ryan. Jack Ryan into the offensive zone. Takes a bit of a whack there. Stops at the half boards. Cycling down low. And he's trying to find Bernasian. Now back to the point. Shot right on and a save made. Good blocker stop there. As this unit continues on its pretty good shift here. As Ryan, as soon as I say that, coughs it up, and back come the Warriors. It'll be shot in from center, wide of Beglin. Zaverdis up the boards. Good connection there to Foster. And now here comes RPI. It's Schaller. He'll wrist one on goal. and an easy glove stop. It's in his glove there, referee. Thank you. Bleisner made the save, was headed wide anyway, but he'll hold on.
Yeah, not really sure why he wanted to stop play, but definitely a good shift there from that unit of Foster, Smith, Ryan. Not the most physically imposing unit, but making some good plays, keeping the puck in the Warrior zone for a little bit there, and a good opportunity from the point.
Teo, after the team had such a successful year, you lose some of your veteran leadership. How long is it going to take for this team to kind of find something along those lines that it had last year as far as chemistry is concerned?
Well, look, you know, they didn't show up to nationals last year or to the regional tournament playing how they did at the beginning of the season. So, you know, it's a cyclical thing, which is typical in college hockey. You got people coming and going, but really, they're a really good base of guys here. Some young talent like that older unit we mentioned. And then obviously the two freshmen and sophomores on the line that are playing pretty well and bringing some speed. So I think it won't take too long for them to gel.
Big hit there. I got the fans going here by Mike Bibby, right at the blue line. Hopefully he can energize this RPI team. Centering pass right in front, off the post, and the net comes off. It was, I believe, kicked off by Bleisner. It was a great feed from behind the goal. That was Bernasian.
Yeah, Bernasian finding Sam Rappaport out in front. So a quick shot there, a one-timer, just lost himself in that little area. Looked like Bleisner kicking the net off a little bit there. Maybe,
we know the pegs here can be a little bit forgiving here, unforgiving, I should say, when you slide over to him.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
8:21 to go, second period. Still 2-1 Eastern Connecticut State. Rappaport a shot, hit some bodies in front. Swept away by the goaltender's stick of Bleisner. Now a shot off the bar from a tight angle. Now it's back out to center. A good chance there for RPI to tie this game up.
Yeah, Bourgeois didn't like that, but I'm sure that referee was standing right in the right spot to make that call.
Puck out towards center ice. You know, be all the way down. They're going to wave off the icing. No, they're going to say that Foster could have played it. Or Egner, rather, as it's corralled there. Shot coming, a blocker saved by Beglin. Centering pass all the way through, gathered in and moved to center by Miller. As Bourgeois with him, takes a big hit there and goes down. Rappaport, he takes a hit. And now we're going to get a penalty and elbowing call. And RPI is going to go on its fourth power play. And physicality ramping up here as this period has gone along. And it kind of culminated with that, what they're going to call an elbow. Going to the box is going to be Samuel Watson.
I think they will call it that because that is what it was.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think,
look at it there.
Millen, his friend made a pretty good hit. The bench kind of jumped up and made some noise, and I think he just got a little overexcited.
Well, Watson, right. 17. Power play for RPI. Richardson. A wrister. That one hits the post. Rebound put wide with the netminder looking the other way. Bleisner, when the shot hits the crossbar behind you, you don't know where to look. And he looked the wrong way. Olivieri, from a tight angle, couldn't put it home. A couple of pipes here in the period for RPI. But still a 2-1 game. Clearing effort. Kicked at by DeVault at the point. He'll get it back on the redirect from Bibby. Centering pass all the way through. The Engineers 0 for 3 on the power play so far. Still a minute 20 to go on this one. 6:35 to go in the second period. DeVault at the circle. Fed off Rooney's stick to the wall. He'll backpedal to the point. Shot towards goal. Gets the deflection. The left pad save made by Bleisner. Now Olivieri trying to jam it in, and he scores! Louis Olivieri ties the game on the power play. And goaltender doesn't like it. Says the net moved. He might have a bit of an argument there, but they're going to count this one. A power play tally for RPI. We're tied.
Yeah, I don't think they have much sympathy for him kicking the net off on that one. But Louis, obviously a pretty good goal there. That's his office behind the net. He likes that spot, and that little jam play is all his. You know, people in the locker room used to say that he never scored from more than maybe 5-10 feet away from the net. So a classic goal for Lou and a classic celebration with the little NHL 94 stick over the head, pumping up and down. That's good stuff.
That is fantastic. And RPI has tied the game on the power play. Now 1 for 4 on the man advantage. Ryan with some help to work it back to the point for Kim. And now a shot from the point goes wide. Zaverdis pinched all the way up the wall, picks it up there and fired it on goal. Now it's Olivieri once more looking to cycle, or excuse me, make that Smith. Engineers with some newfound energy here. They'll try to jam it at that near post again, and we get a whistle, and that's off. And we get a stoppage. 5:40 to play in the second. 2-2 game now.
Well, Bleisner did not kick the net off that time. That would have been the Warrior defenseman making something of an attack at the engineer that was on the post there. But a little bit of energy here. Obviously tied the game up. That was a good power play. Finally converted on the, what was that, the 4th or 5th one? Fourth, I think. Although I've been wrong before. So a little more energy out of these guys at least.
Zaverdis dumps it in off the neutral ice face-off win. It will carry him around. Nearly given away. There's good pressure there by Foster, but in the end the puck goes in deep. Nate Foster behind the goal for Zaverdis. He'll try the near side again. Foster backpedaling now behind his own goal. Good connection off the boards. As it's going to be Zeman who gets it as far as center ice. Shot back in. Gathered there by Alex Kim. Kim makes the move through center. Strong on the puck. He'll skate it into the offensive zone. Kim on the move. Shot right on. And a save is made. But good agility there from Kim. No one really picked him up on his way into the zone, Teo, and he's able to get a pretty good shot off.
No, he definitely took that opportunity well. Found some space in the neutral zone. I think the D were on a change, and he just picked out one of those R's right in the middle of Bleisner's sweater to hit.
2-2 game, 5:42 to play in the second period. Connecting to center. Swan on the move, trying a little stop and go, and he kind of shot off. And a left pad save was made by Beglin.
Yeah, good quick opportunity there.
Yeah, Swan showing off the wheels there. Now it's about to center. As Cameron Luzon will fire it back in, but of course everyone needs to touch up. Engineers out of their own zone. It's Egner. Well, fanned on the initial attempt, but he'll get another crack at it. Up the wall. A little bit of forecheck pressure there. And it'll force an icing here on the Engineers. And we'll have a stoppage.
Yeah, puck's got to get out that first time, Perry. Good play by Egner. He recovered nicely and made a good tape-to-tape pass and hit his man on the wall, but just got to be those little chips within 10 feet of the blue to get those pucks out into neutral ice.
Final women's hockey action. Out in Ohio, it was 4-1. Whitney Wren scoring for RPI. That's a final. They'll play again tomorrow at 3. Here we have a 2-2 game. As the puck comes loose, and the Engineers will move it to center. Bernasian. He'll dump it in. First one to it will be Zeman. He'll flip it towards goal, covered up, although nobody else around. We'll get a stoppage anyway.
Yeah, another one that kind of made me scratch my head. 3 of his defensemen standing around it, but Bleisner will take the whistle anyhow as the young Miller, Borgery, Rappaport unit comes on for the Engineers.
Face off here. Flung wide off the glass, and again the net comes off.
Yeah, by my count, that's 3 times this period. You know.
And you just wonder, because the Engineers were in that net in the first, and we certainly did not have that issue.
No,
makes you wonder, right, Theo?
Ranger doesn't really have that problem. Like I said, he likes to be, you know, he'll be shooting from the slot, and he'll still be standing outside the crease. But it looks like Bleisner's got plenty of water down there if he'd be willing to share a little bit, maybe speed up the game if they ice down that net.
Face off here in the Warrior zone. Fired to the near half wall. Picked up by Bibby. Trying to work it down low. Rappaport turning with it. Back to the point for Bibby once more. Faked a shot. Back to Rappaport. Now Bibby. Trying to work it up the wall for Borgeret. He'll gather now. Trying to play it back to the point once more. It's tipped free to Rooney. Shot coming through. Traffic. Hit off something on its way through. Referee said no goal. That seemed pretty clear from here as well. Rooney. Good pressure from RPI, although Rooney just gave it right away. And that'll allow Leibowitz to clear it out to center. Now a race for the puck, and this will be icing as Bibby just barely beat Kevin Morton down ice.
Yeah, good job by Bibby there. I don't know if we'll get the benefit of the replay, but good low shot at the far post there from Brett Rooney, and I think it was Michael Miller, the new 24, who redirected that right off the crossbar over the right shoulder of Bleisner. So another good chance for the Engineers here late in the second period.
Draw here. Shot right on and another save. Bleisner, this is just about the time, Teo, we were talking about this period, who was going to take control, and the Engineers did, and they turned it into a goal. But 8 minutes or so left in the period.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Right on that power play. They made something happen. Another little set play off the draw.
And it's fed to the near side. And now picked up by the Engineers. Schaller behind the goal. DeVault to center, too far out in front of Richardson. Trying to turn with it was Bates and throws it to center. A couple Engineers were offside, so DeVault has to leave it there. Fed near side by everybody. In on Beglin, who will cover. 2:37 to go in the second. 2-2 game, RPI and Eastern Connecticut State.
Yeah, Chris Zaverdis just caught a little bit out there. Obviously a low percentage play trying to fly that puck to your friend and have him catch it 18 inches off the ice. But an offensive zone chance here for the Warriors.
Here's a puck to center, bouncing there, kicked down and fed back into the RPI end where it's corralled by Zaverdis. Poked all the way down the ice by DeVault, but a good job to get a stick on it to negate the icing call. Engineers with a power play goal in the period. That's the only one. Centering pass right on in front. Richardson lost it in his skates. And couldn't quite get a clean shot away. Now flipped on goal. They scored DeVault! What quick hands by Kyle DeVault. Had to deal with the defenseman's stick. He was able to put it home. It's 3-2 RPI.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, normally nobody would accuse Kyle of having surgeon's hands, but that was a really good, quick opportunity. He's really strong on that stick and shoots the puck well. So Tanner, after a good chance, he goes into the corner, recovers that puck, and just pokes it out there for Kyle to tuck into that far post. And I don't think Bleisner ever saw it.
Face off here. Engineers back in front. They led 1-0 32 seconds into the game. But since then, they've surrendered that lead, but have fought back here in the second to tie and then regain the advantage.
Yeah, and, you know, not to be overlooked is that the first goal was Richardson from Oliveri. The second goal was Oliveri from presumably DeVault, and the third goal DeVault from Richardson. So a little bit of a pattern here starting to form.
And not a new pattern for RPI.
Certainly not.
ACHA hockey. Big hit below the goal line there by Kim. Battle for the puck. Kennedy lost it. Trying to work it up the ball for Foster. Can't do so. McCarthy. Shot off the end wall. Karam's around for Swan. Shot from the point. Might have taken a redirection, but Beglin in good position again. And Teo talked about it. That's really his strength. In a good spot, was able to hold on and not allow a rebound there.
Yeah, very much so. He's been kicking out a few rebounds. He likes to get in that butterfly quickly because he's got a big chest protector. But normally Rangers in good position, and he certainly was. He soaked that one right up. Face
off here, one back on the Warriors. RPI tried to jump the point there, but couldn't quite get it there in time. Rooney has to deal with a couple of ECSU players below the goal line now. Feder out to center ice. And now RPI will move it into Warriors territory. Tie up in the corner. Bernasian. And now gathered up. Keeter. on further. Centering pass, never got there. Second effort all the way through. His man, that was McCarthy, had left the area already. And now a chance here for RPI. It's Zeman firing high and wide. It'll be gloved anyway and held on to by Bleisner. We get a whistle.
Yeah, a little bit of back and forth here. Just maybe one shift left in the period. So good time to tighten up, maybe get one more opportunity and walk to the locker room with the lead in this one.
Face off in the offensive zone. Played to the far wall. It was Miller. And now it's out to center ice. Rooney just trying to get in the way of his man. Eastern Connecticut looking for maybe an interference call. Not going to get it. Work back to the point. Deep pass to Wall. That one skips wide. I don't think Beglin saw that all the way. It is lobbed high in the air towards the Eastern Connecticut State blue line. Gathered up there by De Pasquale. A couple of engineers converge. Picked up by Rooney. Brett Rooney on the move into the corner. He'll try to turn with it there as three players converge on him. Still gets the shot away. And the pad save is made. He nearly caught Bleisner leaning there. That would have been a bad goal to give up if you're Bleisner, but he was able to keep that left pad against the post right as the horn was about to sound, and then did. 3-2 RPI. A good finish to a period that really was a little bit sloppy to start, Teo.
Yeah, definitely a good last 10 minutes of that period. Right when we were talking about how it was starting to be desperate times, so a good finish. Obviously a good job from that core group that we mentioned a few times today. So, you know, as they go into the third period, I would say obviously it's great to have that core group of guys that's going to make things happen for you, but it would be nice to see some more opportunities and maybe a goal or two from the second and third units here, and then just making sure they play some tight defense. So right after that third goal the Engineers scored, there's still a couple chances that the Warriors had where they kind of lost that guy somewhere in the slot area, and he was able to get a shot away at Ranger pretty cleanly from the slot. So some good chances for RPI to improve on some stuff going into the third period.
With that, we will step aside and be back with that third period in it's about 12 minutes or so. Your score once again after 2. You can see right there, RPI 3, Eastern Connecticut State 2. You're watching RPI ACHA Hockey on RPI TV. Third period about to get underway. Perry Lascaris, Teo Cambadilla here on RPI TV. Engineers and Warriors from Eastern Connecticut State. What are the Engineers going to do here in the third period, Teo, to hang on and get the full 2 points here?
Well, it's like I said earlier, I think they definitely need to play some tight defense, some good offensive stuff, but we haven't seen a whole lot of inspired defensive zone play, so that's going to be really important here, especially with an ECSU team that I'm sure would love to steal one here on a Friday night before they go back to their home rink tomorrow.
Draw here to the left of Bleisner. We have shots from that in the second period.
Yeah, shots were in favor of the Engineers heavily, 20-6 in that last period. So a cumulative total 31-23 in favor of the Engineers.
Good bounce back period for RPI. Not only that in the shots, but of course on the scoreboard, what matters most. Brett Rooney up the wall, past everybody. Fed Farsiders, Bibby ahead for Olivieri, 3-on-3. They're offside as DeVault looked like he didn't have to, but lifted that right foot.
Yeah, just a little miscue. I think Louis maybe would take back that shot after the whistle if he could. But I think that they'll take no chances and get the next unit out there.
Face-off coming here. Just outside the Warriors' end. Zaverdis, quick snap pass across to Rappaport. Trying to toe drag and not having any of it was Luzon, who stood him up, and now back comes Swan, turning and throwing it towards the net. There's good back check there. Recovery from Schaller. And now a penalty coming up here as Miller was taken down. Extra attacker on for the Engineers. Good strength on the puck. They do get the extra man out there. And it's going to be down low. Borgeret, finally a touch. No touch. There it is. Finally picked up by Cameron Luzon. It was a pretty long extra attacker situation there. Delayed penalty. And we're going to get a tripping call. And it's going to go on the aforementioned Cameron Luzon, who's been all over this game. He scored the go-ahead goal, remember, for Eastern Connecticut State. They gave them a 2-1 lead, but now he's in the box. RPI with his 5th power play.
Yeah, that's right. Definitely a good hit there in the first rush, but a little bit of an ill-advised tie-up.
Face off here, one-timer. Bibby scores! Right between the wickets. It's 4-2. And for the goaltender, Bleisner, I don't think he saw that. He certainly didn't get down quick enough, and it beat him right between the legs.
No, pretty tough one to give up there for Bleisner. Bibby didn't do much except for slide that one flat on the ice. There's a good replay of the hug after that one, but no, I think the ECSU team here on their 5th penalty kill of the day just relaxed that diamond a little bit and allowed the pass to come right through them, and Bibby was able to take his space there in the high slot area and make a good shot on net.
First of the game and year for Mike Bibby. Engineers scoring on the power play for the second time. They're 2 for 5. Here's Olivieri now, a wrister, that time down to a knee to cover up is the goaltender, Bleisner.
Yeah, Bleisner, that's a really tough one. Obviously, his team not helping him out very much, but having to make 18 saves in the last period, I'm sure was no fun. So Warriors will need to definitely keep the puck out of their zone and away from Bleisner if they want to still have a shot at this one.
Face-off win for the Warriors. And they can't clear the zone. Battling for it there is Ryan. There's one right back. Perella trying to clear it out far side, having to avoid the referee there was Millen. And now far side, Baldessari can't get it out of the zone. Ryan, one shot, fanned on, second one, didn't get a lot on it, but it's kicked away. And now moved to center by Perella. Chip back in, it'll be gloved down there. Baldessari. Far side from Millen. Good hit again by Kim. He's had a pretty good day for RPI. Alex Kim, the defenseman, as we get a whistle here. Freshman from New City, New York, 6 foot 190.
Yeah, definitely a strong little player. We saw earlier he's a pretty good skater. Did a nice job getting himself an opportunity, and that's a good step there. Just cut the rush right off at the red.
Face-off coming in the Eastern Connecticut State zone. And it'll be cleared to center. Gathered up by the Warriors, who are changing, nearly picking a pocket there. RPI touches up, they're onside. It's Watkins. Nick Watkins in the corner, takes a hit. Dug out by Bernasian, and now it's out all the way to center. Schaller. And now here is Zach Schaller for RPI. Freshman from Toronto, Ontario. Fed across ice. Good poke check there from Zaverdis. Slows up the ECSU rush. As now it's given away. Schaller lobbing it forward. Trying to find his man Zeman, who had gone off on a change after getting upended. Battle for the puck there. Fed down, all the way down. Allowing the Warriors to change. Schaller, long stretch pass to the ECSU line. Cannot be corralled by Bougeret. And now a good interception. Here's Schaller in. Cross ice feed into a skate. And he throws a big hit. Separates his man from the puck, and now losing an edge. Help to the ice was Bourgeray. He'll feed it to the slot. Shot coming by Miller over the top of the net. Caroms around to the half boards. Fed up the wall, and now gathered there by Rooney. Brett Rooney. Good connection. Here comes Rappaport into the zone. Flying in. All the way around goes Rappaport. Fed back to Bibby. Tries to lay it back down low. It's intercepted. And now given away. Miller. He'll make a move. Mike Miller trying to work it down low. And this freshman group, this youngster group, I guess you should say, with Rappaport being a sophomore, showing a little bit more confidence here in this third period.
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to see them kind of get their legs in this game. And obviously it's an adjustment coming from anywhere to play in the ACHA.
Yeah, well, exactly. Plenty of talent from this young group. All first-year players on this team, I should say, with Rappaport. This being Rappaport's first year in the ACHA. But now it's the Warriors with it. Kennedy to center. That pass is broken up, and here's Olivieri. And he takes a big hit there. Didn't see Gaspar coming across the middle, but he jumps right back up and is on the puck. And he goes down again. Shot and save there on the try by Bibby, who was looking for number 2. Olivieri with a couple of words there for Gaspar, and they need to be separated.
Yeah, I'm sure it was nothing but nice compliments from Lou. Always the gentleman. But definitely a good 2 hits from Gaspar. He'll be happy with that, but it's not going to put any other numbers up on the scoreboard.
Face off here. Richardson battling for it. Can't quite get his stick and the puck on the same page along the ice. Here's a shot from the top of the circle. Blockered away by Berglund, who hasn't had a whole lot to do really since that first period. Here's another shot that skims just wide as he goes sliding across the crease. Here's another shot and a save. As soon as they say that, they come hot and heavy. A chance here off the base of the net. Still can't find the puck. Penalty coming up here on RPI. Shot was blocked again in the circle, and now we do get a stoppage here. On the delayed call, it's going to be a slash, and the Engineers are going on the kill for the 3rd time today.
Yeah, just one too many for the Engineers there. Not sure who's going to go. Looks like it might be Oliveri. So just, a little scrappy down low, and that last one is always the one that's going to get you in trouble. So a little flurry of chances, and ECSU will go on the power play and have a good opportunity here 6 minutes into this 3rd period.
Big spot in this one with a 2-goal lead for RPI. We'll see what the Warriors are able to do with the advantage. Kept in at the point nicely there by Watson. Turning with it now. Gaspar. He'll look to feed it all the way down low. McCarthy. Kevin Morton, 15 points in 20 games last year. Tight angle shot save. Rebound, we get a whistle. And did they put it in after the fact? I think they did. And Christian Keeter may have a bit of an argument here. Of course, they can't do anything about it. The whistle went.
Yeah, they may feel as if that was called a goal in the last period at the same net, but either way. A couple of good chances and didn't count on the board, but definitely still some time left here, a minute 40 to make something happen for the Warriors.
Face-off coming here to the left of Beglin. Won by ECSU. Little handoff play, fired wide by Keeter. Good pressure over there by Rappaport on the penalty kill, and the benefit by clearing it all the way down. Zaverdis, and now fighting for it in the corner. Good hit by Rappaport, fired back in by Bibby. Engineers really just keeping the play on the other end of the ice when you're on the kill is always a good thing, and we've been doing that here. We put the penalty clock on the right side of the scoreboard this time, and now we can't see it, although I do have the benefit of this. Halfway through the power play, loose puck gathered in by the Engineers. Bernasian all by himself in the offensive zone, lost the puck and then took a hit. Here's Swan for the Warriors. Pulls up top of the circle. Nearly lost it. Bernasian had a crack at it, but they couldn't pry it away. And now a good spin move, and it's shot wide by Keeter. Another shot went wide from the far side circle. 12:40 to go in the third. Another 32 seconds on the Warriors power play. Walking in, a shot saved Beglin. Rebound kick to the far circle. Another shot stopped. Rebound saved by Beglin. And Rooney playing second goaltender behind the senior backstop there to make sure nothing snuck through. Beglin made the save, and they found the puck. 12:27 on the clock, another 21 seconds on the kill. But Teo, that was a good bit of goaltending there from Ranger Beglin.
Yeah, it was. It was a good save. Brett wasn't needed there behind him, but no, a good save, and you know, just kind of a unnecessary turnover by Bernasian. You know, we talk about adjusting to this game, and Bernasian tries to take on three in a 1-on-3 situation, down a man, and when you're late in a game like this, and the team is down by 2 goals, especially in the ACHA, you're way more likely to catch an elbow than to score a goal. So just a little adjustment, some of these things that these younger guys will have to grow out of, but obviously a lot of talent, a lot of speed, so good stuff.
8 minutes into the third, Engineers have killed off the penalty. So good job overall on the special teams for RPI today. 2 power play goals and have not allowed one the other way. It's a +2. Now DeVault trying to jam it in, and he does! Kyle DeVault makes it 5-2. And what a turn of events there, as ECSU coming close to pulling within 1. Then right back come the Engineers, call the ball with the second of the game.
Yep, everybody listening and watching at home would be shocked to know that this line scored another one for the Engineers. So Kyle with the wraparound comes from behind the net. Just a strong play with a man absolutely hounding him. But Kyle's strong on his skates and got a strong stick, so good little stuff play. Caught Bleisner just a little bit off of that post.
Backhanded in here by the Warriors. And now trying to muscle his way to the front of the net. That was Bates. And nothing comes of that. Here's Leibowitz dumping in on goal. Beglin popped it in the air and swatted it away. Tight angle shot there almost below the goal line. Was Bates again. As it'll be picked up by RPI. Lobbing to center Olivieri. Gathered in on the glove by De Pasquale. And now down low it goes. Shot to the near side. Who wants it? It'll be Craig who's on to try and clear. Shoved right back in. Spinning with it is De Pasquale. And now Rooney shooting it in.
Good time to pin these guys into their defensive zone for the Engineers.
Clearing effort, blocked for a moment. Here's Gugliotti. He'll chip it into the corner. Fed down low. Gugliotti once more. Back to the point. Shot coming. Blockered away by Beglin. On the try by Swan. excuse me, and make that Chris Paquette. He's been quiet today. He had 25 points in 26 games last year for this Eastern Connecticut State club from the blue line. Now a centering pass right on in front. Beglin makes the save, and the second effort's cleared away. Point blank stop there. Back into the zone they come. Beglin can't find it. It's poked to the corner.
Yeah, good save on the first one there, but you know, we saw Beglin caught kind of not sure where the puck was that time. He got away with one there as it kind of dribbled behind the net as he pushed it off, but especially with 9.5 minutes left to go in this game, all of the standings being determined by mathematical formulas, a lot of it based on goal differential.
Right.
So as a 3-goal lead here, this is going to be a really, really crucial 9 minutes.
And Teo, on that point, it leads to some interesting plays where teams end up not pulling goalies late in games when it could hurt your goal differential. So it's a I don't want to say unfortunate, but it's part of the game that you kind of have to play along with if you're RPI or Eastern Connecticut State.
It is a part of the game, and you know, there are a lot of different schools of thought. You know, like you say, the goal differential is important, so giving up a freebie, especially if you're already down one, is no good. But also, the reason that we play hockey is to win games, so you can argue that way too. You want to win a hockey game? Certainly. Got to do something in order to make it happen. But yeah, certainly something to consider when every game can count towards whether you make the playoffs or not in some fashion.
Yeah, I guess my point there being we've seen games where teams are wondering why aren't they pulling the goalie down one in this situation, and it's for that reason. They don't want to hurt their goal differential, especially against maybe one of the top teams, one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the country. It's better to lose by 1 than by 2. Gets kind of muttered in there, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, no, you're exactly right, and that's basically the logic behind it. And so, you know, for teams like ECSU. The shot right on, save made. Where'd the puck go? Behind the goal, net came off. Beglin has been on top of things here. Sometimes they haven't been as pretty as others, but that time he kept it out and he got some help from his teammates. Yeah, so just to pick up, for a team like ECSU where they're playing against a team that has some high power like the Engineers, who finished pretty well, it'll be important for them to try and pull one back, and even more important for the Engineers to have a pretty good goal differential over a team that finishes historically lower than them in the rankings. Face off here. Trying to turn with it was Keeter. Lost it. Schaller trying to work it out. Gets it as far as center ice. Turned back around by Luzon, who dumps it in. Zaverdis, near side. Back out to center. Luzon shoots it in right in front of the face mask of Kevin Morton, who jumps out of the way. Zaverdis leaves it behind. Schaller seeing more and more ice time as this game has gone on. Fed across, moved into the zone by Will Zeman. Zeman, nice play behind for Watkins. Watkins centering pass, and that pass just handcuffed to Bernasian just a little bit. He wasn't able to get his tape on it. Back to pick it up is Kim. Good wheels from Kim, makes a move. Don't want to see that necessarily in defensive zone, but it works out for him. Now DeVault looking for the hat trick. All the way behind the goal. One hand pass broken up, not clear. Kim Arister through traffic, save made and a whistle. And what are we going to have here? There's some extracurriculars between DeVault and one of the Warriors skaters in the corner. That being Samuel Watson, and I believe we're going to get something out of this. Maybe.
Yeah, we might. I totally missed it over in the corner there. I don't know if we'll get the benefit of a replay, but yeah, just to touch on Kim there, the young man from Long Island, making some moves. Obviously, you know, we like to see that sort of thing from young players, that they're confident in their game, but at the same time, I'm sure he'll hear when he gets back to the bench that it's important with 7 and some change minutes left to just have a quiet third period and pretty much sneak out of the building as best they can here.
You
they
don't need to dangle it inside your own zone late in games like that. But it was good for the highlight reel, I guess. But you're right. Don't want to make that play too often there. So we look at the Eastern Connecticut State bench area. And club hockey, Teo, as you know, we've played in the league. It takes on teams approach it different ways. Schools approach it different ways. And when you look at the upper echelon Division II teams that are vying for national, competition, get to the nationals like RPI is, and obviously this ECSU team, 17 wins last year. You get high quality coaching and even recruiting to your school, stuff like that goes on. I don't think people may not realize that from afar.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And especially, up-and-coming programs like RPI is one of the younger programs. The engineers here have only been around, maybe I think this is their 9th season. Something I should maybe know.
2008, I believe, was a partial season, 07-08.
So something like that. Sounds like I was maybe on. But, but yeah, and, the nice thing about Rensselaer is that there are a lot of other good things to offer, especially for an academically talented sort of demographic of juniors and seniors in high school that might be thinking about applying to RPI. Obviously a very pedigreed engineering school and an up-and-coming program, access to the Division I hockey facility here, obviously, which is excellent. And so just a lot of good things about it. And of course, like you mentioned, they do battle with teams like ECSU, smaller state schools. It's the only hockey team on campus, play out of a town rink most likely, but it's just a little different feels, and every team brings their own kind of spin to it.
Absolutely, and ECSU trying to work on a 4th power play, trying to break into that score column there. As there's 1:05 left to go on it. I believe it was DeVault who took the penalty. There it is. He's the one sitting in the box, and there's a bouncing puck trickling just wide. Beglin was way out of the net. But it's carried on further by McCarthy. Down low. Fetter back to the point. Indirect off the wall by Gaspar. Shot in the save by Beglin. To the near point now. Watson throws it all the way through. It took a deflection on its way. Engineers trying to regain possession of the puck, and Rooney's going to fight for it and win it. And he can't clear. Threw it right down the middle. Get some help there from the freshman. In getting it out of the zone, that's Bernasian.
Yeah, that was an uncharacteristic mistake from Rooney there. He's normally
the captain,
solid as they get.
Weaving his way in, shot rising high and wide off the glass. Got to hit the net there if you're Swan. And now stick handled out of the zone by the Warriors. They'll have to backtrack. It's Keeter, lost the puck, and here comes Rappaport. Trying to sauce it across into the body of his teammate. Not much he could do with it there. Now Arister, sliding block made on the shot by Foster. It was Gaspar giving up his body. Now Rappaport falls in another one, and he fires it off the back of the net. He was just gifted that puck. I don't think it sat for him on edge. I think it was a little bit of a wobbly one, and ended up hitting the back of the cage. Rappaport on it once more. Looks to cycle. Centering pass right on in front, looking for Foster. It was a good idea. Again there from Bourgeois. But back come the Warriors. Keeter, good poke check by Zaverdis, who loses an edge and goes down the corner. Puck back out to center. Right back into the mitt of Zaverdis. He'll slow things down with 5 minutes to go in the third. 5-2 RPI. They've scored 4 unanswered goals in this game. After trailing 2-1. Seems like it was last week, but RPI scored 32 seconds into the game for a 1-0 lead. And then Eastern Connecticut State came storming back to take a 2-1 lead in the first period. Since then, really, since the midway point of the second, it's been all RPI. Bouncing puck, kept in, flipped wide of goal, steered away by Beglin. In the corner now, Eastern Connecticut State falls to Zaverdis, and he gives it away. And now Wiley. That one hit bodies on its way through and went to the corner. Here's Bates. All Warriors right now. So they look to try and find their first goal of the period. Back to the point. That's broken up. Worked down low by Baldessari. picked up by Connor Wiley. 15 points for the Warriors last year. Looking for the wraparound was Bates. He's cut off there. Working back to the point, looking for the deflection. Hit the skate of Craig Luzon and goes into the corner. RPI hasn't touched the puck in a while. Scholler takes a hit, trying to clear, can't do so. Picked up in the slot, backhand try, right on goal. Beglin makes a save, and he will get a much-needed whistle with 3:34 left. What do they say, 5 minutes left? And RPI couldn't get out of the zone. That's about a minute and a half of zone time for the Warriors.
Yeah, good job by Ranger there for sure, but just 3 or 4 too many bad giveaways right in the bad areas, and a few men caught flat-footed in the defensive zone.
Face off here, swept in. And it'll be played off the back of the net. Good battle, good body position there by Thomas Allen to separate his man from the puck, and the Engineers are finally able to get it out. Now Watkins looking to center, right out in front. And there's a chance there for Zemek. Couldn't catch that one cleanly, and it just flutters into the corner. It'll be Doug Free now. Moved to center ice by McCarthy. Into the zone comes Kennedy. And a collision against the sidewall as Kim throwing his body around again. I wouldn't be surprised if we look up and see Kim has the most hits in this one, as the rebound is put just wide by McCarthy. Kind of snuck his way in. It was the first one to the puck. On the rebound on the shot by Paquette. Now we get a whistle. There's a man down behind the goal who's lost his stick as well. Looks to be Jake McCarthy, centerman for these Warriors, and he's back to his feet. Looks to be all right, but slow to get up and skate off. 2:48 left in the third, 5-2 RPI. I don't think we're going to get a penalty out of this, just a whistle on the player down.
Yeah, I think it might have just been an awkward little play. I didn't really see. Maybe we'll get the benefit of seeing it again. But good hit from Kim there, like you mentioned. Caught his man just a little off balance there and sent him into the wall. But then just the second hit, I think the man kind of swung through, and Kim just reached out. Oh no, that.
Yeah, maybe trying to be a little cute along the wall, nearly gave it up. Luckily he was able to recover in time. Richardson trying to glove it. Poke free. And swatted back the other way. Into the RPI zone, Rooney. Glassing out. Gathered in at the blue line by the Warriors. Now Bibby again. This time he finds the tape of Olivieri, and now near side DeVault had knocked off his stick. Rooney battling for it. Keeter. Backhand find, a nice pass, and a save by Beglin as he denied Kevin Morton there. 7 goals last year for Morton. Back into the ECSU end. Olivieri doing some forechecking, nearly worked it free. Fed out to center for no one in particular by Watson. Gathered in by Rooney. 1:43 left in the third. And a whistle here, and I believe an offside is the call.
Yeah, so just that Kim hit, just a little bit of an unfortunate collision there. Looks like McCarthy might have left his leg out for that, but looks like he may be all right. Definitely made it back to the bench under his own power.
Face off here. Scholler behind the goal. Around for Zaverdis. On further, trying to poke it on. Maybe a 2-on-1 chance here for RPI. Into the zone. Borgeret shot line wide off the glass. Picked up by Miller there. Miller. Oh, nearly red there, but they keep it in the zone. Borgeret, a backhander, high and wide again. Rappaport looks to cycle. This one will find his man, Borgeret, on the far side of the net, although his pass is deflected all the way down.
Yeah, Borgeret made a nice play there. Maybe just a little casual coming in on the 2-on-1 and allowed his man to get the stick on him. And then Miller, another freshman, kind of a blind behind the back pass, which we've seen a few of so far from this line. So a few things to tighten up the screws on, but definitely a lot of good stuff from this young unit.
Well, it's definitely good. If you're RPI, if you can get the win and also have some things to work on, I guess is what probably a coach's dream, right?
I think you're exactly right. Not that I'm any kind of coach.
Well, you've had a coach tell you something, I'm sure.
1 or 2 things in my career. I've had a coach tell me.
Saved by Beglin. And I can't believe a coach has told you things, Dale.
It's astonishing. If you play the game in an organized way, there will be coaches who may believe it to be their job to tell you things.
I am, I guess, not surprised by that. 23.9 to go. RPI looks like it has a victory here. Wrapped up, and these two teams will be back at it tomorrow night at 8 o'clock down in Connecticut. So,
yeah, that's right. So, you know, last 23 seconds here, a little squirrely in the D zone.
Shot hit a leg, and it's Smith. As they bottle things up over there. Bouncing puck, bottom of the circle. Corralled by Ryan. Trying to get it out far side. It's kept in. Shot from the point. Deflects. Would not have counted if it had gone in. It's a win for RPI, 5-2 over Eastern Connecticut State in their season opener. And really a good showing for RPI after really they withstood a little bit of a blow there in that first period. They scored first, but then it was all Eastern Connecticut State. In the end of that first period, they were down. And then didn't look like much was going on, Teo, in the start of the second, but really RPI turned it on from then on. Maybe 8 minutes left in the second on the rest of the game. RPI was the better team.
Yeah, for sure. Not to be overlooked was the game that Ranger had.
Absolutely.
I think that RPI probably will have ended up outshooting ECSU in this game, but Ranger Beglin on his birthday, standing tall back in net, so definitely good, but no, it's a great win. Like you mentioned, the really hot start, 32 seconds into the game. Obviously, that's great, but then definitely a lull through the first and part of the second periods. But it's good to have that happen to you. Obviously, the game is 25, 30, or the season, I should say. It's 25, 30 games long, and every game is not going to go exactly how you want it from start to finish. So a really nice job bending but not breaking, I guess you might say. And then certainly after they got those fourth and fifth goals kind of quickly after one another, they again had to rely on Ranger a lot, but just being able to hold on to that lead and kind of show themselves that they could get in a tight spot and make their way out of it and still get a great result here.
And as you see here, all the great folks here at RPI TV and made this game possible. All the fantastic camera angles, replays, everybody chipping in here to bring you ACHA hockey. It's really a treat, and Teo and I are happy to just really be the beneficiaries of what they do. And, of course, everyone back at home gets a chance to see the great work that RPI TV puts on year in and year out. And it's just another season, really, for them is just underway. Obviously, they've done a few football games already. But with the RPI varsity men playing an exhibition game tomorrow, and of course, whenever they step in and shoot these ACHA games that, you know, Teo, you've played in games that the RPI TV's covered. It's great for not only family back home, but a chance to go back and really watch yourself again too. I'm sure it was always a treat.
No, there's never anybody who has ever gone back and watched themselves play. In the history of RPI ACHA, I, for one, have never done it. But no, obviously, it's a great opportunity. So we definitely appreciated all the fans and parents and alumni, too, that like to tune in and watch.
Of course, the alums. Yeah, I'm sure there's some alums that wish they were still out here playing, but can maybe live on in some of these youngsters. Some of these freshmen, they probably can picture themselves in those same shoes. And it was nice to see them get around and skate a little bit. I'm sure, looking back just a little bit, Teo, on this one, the freshmen early on in this game looked like there were some jitters. I think it doesn't matter how many years of hockey you've played. Anytime you step into a new level, a new team, there's always a little bit of nervousness, and it looked like RPI was working through some of those things early in the game. Yeah,
definitely. But like I said, it's a really good experience, and then to be able to do that and have those guys play in that way, and then still come out with a really good win heading into tomorrow is huge. So, really good stuff.
All right, fantastic. So for Teo Camadilla, I'm Perry Lascaris. We want to thank you for watching today's game. Just a reminder for those folks sticking around here, we do have RPI men's hockey tomorrow, 5 o'clock on RPI TV, simulcast with WRPI, of course. It'll be the Engineers and St. Mary's University from Nova Scotia in an exhibition game. RPI men don't start until 2 weeks from now Of course, the club hockey season well underway here this weekend. Engineers headed to Eastern Connecticut State tomorrow for 8 o'clock start. Unfortunately, RPI TV will not be able to travel with them. Your final score once more here as we leave you was RPI 5 and Eastern Connecticut State 2. This has been a production of RPI TV and ACHA Hockey.